American caucus. And where is Ray Pedraza? I don't see him. He's outside. Ray Pedraza, chair of the Hispanic caucus. And also our newly elected third vice chair, Annie Cribb. I'm our second vice chair. And of course, you know, Tanya's our third vice chair. So now I gotta get the microphone because you don't want to hear me, you want to hear her. Thank you, Yvette. Hello, everybody. Now, let me get some logistics. Why am I wearing this? Oh, that's always great. First, I want to thank all of you for coming, and I want to congratulate Yvette and her board. Sometimes one person really does make a difference, and you need to have somebody that's going to shoulder the burden. And she has done a remarkable job both before the 2008 election and certainly since. And keeping this organization going and growing is very important. It's important to the future of my community, and it's important to the future of the Democratic Party, who in my mind represents my community very, very well. Let me make a quick introduction. I want to introduce my son, Max. Maxie, stand up. Graduated law school. He's an eligible bachelor. And so if you know any nice Jewish girls with money, let me know. I want to particularly acknowledge, of course, Sam and everybody that's here from the party. But before I spend all my time doing this, let me particularly acknowledge Lawrence Weekly. I don't know anybody that works harder for their constituents and is more involved in his community than Lawrence Weekly. He makes all of us look good, and he works tirelessly for the people that he represents, and I, for one, think he's the man. I want to talk about a number of issues, and we'll have plenty of time. I guess Lawrence will speak, and there'll be Q&A, and we're here for a couple of hours, so we've got some time to talk about the issues that are important. I grew up in Las Vegas. I always knew I wanted to do public service. This was a way for me of giving something back to this country for having taken my family in when my grandparents came to this country. So it's my way of doing something back. I never had any doubt that I was going to be in public office somehow as a public servant. Now, prior to this last year, I had a great shtick going. I mean, I would tell everybody in Congress, I've got the fastest growing this and the fastest growing that, and the economy is hot as a pistol, and if you want a job in Las Vegas, you're going to get a job, and there's 5,000 to 7,000 new people coming into town, but everybody's got a job, everybody's got a home, and things were really hopping. We had 40 million visitors a year coming to town. My construction trade, my unions were going gangbusters. If they went from one job, they went to the next job, they went to another job, and there was no downtime, not like other communities in the country. But, you know, sometimes they're hoisted on your own petard. When the crash came, it hit Congressional District 1, Las Vegas, harder than any other place in the country. Let me tell you, as if you don't already know, what I work on every day and what's happening with my constituents. I've got the highest mortgage foreclosure rate in the country. 1 out of every 47 homes in Las Vegas is foreclosure. That means that families that have never been without are finding themselves without a house, without a home. They never dreamed it in a million years. I've got huge unemployment. We've got higher than the national average. I think when the numbers come out next month, it's even going to be higher. We're around 12.5, and we haven't bottomed out or topped out yet. So there's still more pain to come. And that means a lot of families that have always held a job, never needed, are in terrible need now. So when I used to listen to people over the last few months in Washington, last several months, talk about, oh, it's just a lack of confidence, and if we can get confidence, we'd be fine. It's a mental attitude. Well, if you don't have a job and you don't have a home, there's no confidence there. I mean, you can't make this stuff up and make people feel good about themselves when they don't have a place to go and they have no hope for the future. I feel that very acutely. That's what we're dealing with. I also have, and these are the realities of the situation, aside for a huge unemployment rate, aside for a huge mortgage foreclosure rate, there are 450,000 of our fellow Nevadans that have no health insurance. So they have no health insurance, they're losing their home, and they're losing their job. And this has nothing to do with confidence. This has to do with your guts and feeding your family and putting a roof over their head. So what are we doing? We've had a very ambitious 6 months with Obama's first 6 months in office. It hasn't been a bed of roses. It is tough out there. He's got a mess on his hands, and we have been trying to do everything we can to turn this around. My job, and I've always seen this, is I am a buffer and a bridge to the federal government. I protect the people I represent from the federal government, and I'm a bridge to the federal government because there are needs in this community that can only be met by our fellow citizens, and our fellow citizens are the federal government. And that's why I brought that. I want to talk to you about some of the pieces of legislation we're working on. I hope this isn't going to be too boring. And as you know, I never refer to notes. I have some with me just in case. I don't want to give anybody the wrong information. I also have with me Nat Cochran, who does a lot of he does my health care stuff and my so many other issues in Washington. He came in for this. So that, and I told him I have no shame. If I don't know an answer, I let him answer. So, it doesn't diminish me in any way. It just makes me, pretty smart that I hire really good people.